What up, folks? Once again, it's your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's going into the year 2023 as we continue protesting the same shit that we've been dealing with for years. Lackluster safety concerns, ridiculously low fares, lack of transparency, and all of that bullshit. But I want to bring this video to you because the rideshare professor, who is a YouTuber that often fights the good fight, I highly respect this YouTuber in regards to what we need to make ride sharing a more safer, profitable way of earning a living. But he said something in a video that I think needs to be addressed here. And we're going to go ahead and tackle that because it's in regards to strikes. It's in regards to what we need to do to make this shit a little bit better for us drivers, whether you with Uber or Lyft and ride sharing. But we just happen to have a difference of opinion. So I'm going to run this by you and we're going to talk about it on the other side. By the way, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you know when we're dropping these videos. And as always, your comments may help some newer prospective drivers getting in this shit so that they don't make the same damn mistakes that we did, because we can tell them things they may not already know.
I want to tell you something. It's a couple of YouTube channels, a couple of naysayers that said strikes don't work.
Now, as I said, I don't agree that strikes work. Being candid, I have driven with both Uber and Lyft, started in the market 2014. I only drive off and on now when they're offering some sort of bonus, promotional guarantee, streaks, or huge surges. But I have been in rideshare and off and on for, 8+ years. And I can tell you for a fact that strikes are not as effective, in my opinion, as the rideshare professor is stating. But maybe I'm wrong, and I invite you in the comments to let me know where the hell I'm getting it wrong. If you believe strikes alone are effective, state your comment, and I always respond to any and all comments. So I do appreciate the participation, and we'll talk about it on the other side. But I want you to see this video, and it is in regards to a strike. We'll talk about it.
I have to fight and I have to make sure that the drivers getting their fair share.
Uber and Lyft driver Johan Neyman is revving up that fight by leading a procession across boroughs. Behind him, other app-based drivers making their way onto the Brooklyn Bridge. Chopper 2 capturing them as they head towards Manhattan, hoping they're on the road to change.
We want better pay, we want fair practices, we want a better way of life and a better living.
This is part of a strike across major U.S. cities today ahead of a huge moment for Uber. Its public stock offering, which is set for this Friday. The company could be valued at more than $90 billion. Lyft went public last month.
Without us, they can't get that done. Without the drivers, how do they do it?
So what's so special about that video? Well, that video, whereas they are protesting the same shit we're talking about, that video's 3 years old. And make no mistake about it, he's protesting the same damn shit we are. Low wages, lack of safety concerns, lack of transparency. All the shit that we're complaining about right now, 3 years ago, they were protesting the same thing. And you know what's really bad about it? If any veteran driver can back me up on this, is that the folks who were protesting 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, they were doing better than your ass is right now. Anyone who has driven for Uber or Lyft can tell you the wages have been steadily decreasing. So even though they were going apeshit back in 2019 when that video was created, they were doing better than you are now. Anybody who has been driving in this game can tell you that Uber and Lyft paid more back then, and they even started out in the game lying so much about how much we could make, which is why there is no shortage of new folks willing to get in the game. So that's why I strongly believe strikes will never work, because strikes are effective in a unionized company. What is the root word, the derivative of the word union? It is to unite, unity. Who the hell thinks that there is unity in this damn business? If you're driving for Uber or Lyft, you believe your drivers, your fellow drivers are unified with your ass? Do you not realize that you could offer a 5 or 10 times surge to any driver standing there with a strike sign in their hand and get them to get out of the damn line and take that trip? There is no unity in this business. So a strike is always going to fail when you can't depend on the guy standing next to you to remain unified with your ass. But you let me know in the comments, like I stated earlier, do you believe strikes would have any sort of effectiveness in this business? Now, I don't believe the rideshare professor, who, like I stated, I totally respect, I don't believe he totally missed the boat. I want you to see a point he makes, and we'll talk about it.
What it is, strikes get media attention. They love that word strike. It's far stronger than protests. It's far stronger than boycotts. You tell the media that we are striking. Oh, what are you striking about? Low earnings, low wages, right? And they all jump in. It becomes a frenzy, right? So you got to keep the momentum going. We've gathered a ton of momentum midway through 2022. We're going to carry this momentum into 2023. It's working. Don't tell me it's not working.
Now, I disagree with him from the standpoint that it's gaining momentum because, like I stated, I can show you plenty of damn videos where lots of drivers were striking 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. So I don't believe the momentum issue. But I do agree with him that we need to continue drawing attention to this matter. However, it cannot just be standing outside in front of an Uber or a Lyft headquarters where everybody in the damn building don't give a damn about how much you're earning. Standing in front of an Uber or a Lyft headquarters is useless. I've said before in other videos, the only way we're going to get help in this field, whether it's getting better wages, getting someone to address the fact that they don't give a damn about our safety, putting killers in the car, drivers getting kidnapped, carjacked, and raped, you need to address your points or plead your case to somebody who is motivated and has an incentive to help us. Obviously, Uber and Lyft has no incentive to help us. There's an endless stream of new drivers getting into the game, which is why I'm asking you guys to always drop comments. Particularly, you can put a comment there about how much they take of your damn fare. Plenty of drivers are driving passengers from point A to point B, and Uber or Lyft is taking more than 50% of the fare. A lot of passengers, a lot of drivers even do not realize that. So state that in the comments. What market you're in and what percentage of your fare is being taken by Uber or Lyft. Help a new driver out so they don't do the same shit, make the same bad move that you did. Because Derek Khosrowshahi started out telling us we could make, or better yet, Uber started out telling us drivers could make $90,000 a year on average in ride sharing. That's bullshit. Don't believe me? Look at your damn screen. Now, just recently, a few months ago, he stated that drivers are averaging an average of $39 an hour. Once again, it's a fucking lie. You think drivers would be protesting for years on end if they were making an average of $39 an hour? So certainly state in your market not only what percentage of the fare that these companies are taking. What do you think you earn on average per hour in your market without surges, bonuses, and all of this other shit that's unreliable? Just simply at base fare, something that every driver can count on, that'll absolutely be there. What would you earn in your market if you took trips at base fare? That's what we know is there. A surge can disappear, an earnings guarantee can disappear, streak bonuses can disappear as well. The base fare is reliable. Drop that in the comments so new and prospective drivers would know what the hell you're talking about. Who would be incentivized or motivated to help us out? I've said it in every video. The politicians. Because if you showed up in the same damn numbers you show up in front of an Uber or Lyft headquarters, all of those people to a politician represents voters. Same size crowd show up in front of a congressperson's office, the mayor, city council, or whoever can affect your rates, find that out in your area, show up with those same numbers in front of their offices, and they realize these are fucking votes. You can't ignore these people because come election time, if you want to get reelected, they're going to vote against you. That's what you need to do. When you strike, you should be on television saying the name of the politician that doesn't seem to want to help you. That's the person you should attack because now everybody can relate to that shit. Speak your piece to someone who is motivated and has an incentive to tackle your issues. So I strongly suggest going to politicians. Not only do politicians want votes and they want to be reelected, a lot of them love being able to say they passed bills and new legislation. So when it's time to get reelected, hey, what did you do for the people? Well, in my district, I passed the Fairness in Ride Sharing Act. So now hundreds of new drivers or hundreds of drivers in my district are earning a decent wage, or in my state, or in my city, or in my county. So go to people, politicians, that have the ability to actually affect your wages with some sort of incentive or motivation. You can please your kids to Uber or Lyft all damn day. They don't give a hell about you. They don't give a damn about you. Same thing with the passengers, by the way. Passengers take Uber and Lyft trips because the shit is cheap. If you tell a passenger you're not making shit, to a passenger, that sounds like for him to make more money as a driver, I gotta pay more as a passenger. That's the only way he's gonna make more as a driver, is for the fares to increase. Passengers ain't trying to hear that shit. They want a cheap ride. You gotta get the message out that we don't need the fares to go up. We just need this shit to be fair. We need it so that the drivers are not getting 20 or 30% of the fare, and Uber and Lyft is getting 70 or 80% of that shit. A lot of people don't realize how much of the fare is being taken by Uber or Lyft, which is why I'm asking you folks, veteran drivers, guys who have experience, state your market and what percentage of the fare that Uber and Lyft is taking in your market, so that no new driver will enter this shit completely ignorant. That's important, because most of us did. Like I stated before, when they said drivers were averaging $90,000 a year, I'm like, damn, maybe this is something I need to look into. You got a lot of drivers that went out renting and leasing cars and all of that, and none of that shit was true. So first thing any new driver needs to realize is you cannot trust Uber or Lyft. Nothing they say can be taken at face value. But in regards to what the rideshare professor said, before I let you guys go, I want you to play something to you, because if you believe that people do not know what Uber and Lyft drivers earn, or that they think we're making a killing, check this out. I like my boy Chris Rock. This shit's funny, all right? But you think that joke would have the same humor to it if drivers were actually averaging $90,000 a year? Or as Derek Khosrowshahi said, making $39 per hour? No, it would not. So the fact that people are cracking up laughing like that makes it clear that people knew back in 2018, when that joke was presented on the Chris Rock's Tambourine Tour, they knew then we weren't making shit. And as I stated earlier in the video, we are making much less than the drivers were in 2018. Any veteran drivers, like I said, that are watching this video, I'd appreciate if you state, if you've been around in the business since 2018, let us know what wages what has happened to wages and earnings in your market if you've been driving for a number of years. I've made it candid in every video that when I started in the game 2014, the drivers in my market were making $2.20 per mile, and now it's 72 cents. So that is how big the drop has been in my market. That shit's happened worldwide. So let me know in the comments. As always, I appreciate the fact you guys are participating in the comment section, helping out newer, prospective, inexperienced drivers, prevent them from making the same issues and mistakes that we make. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. Have a good holiday season, and we'll pick this up in 2023. It's your boy Tim. See you later.